Hi, I'm Georgia Packham Anderson and I'm here at Sony Music with Tom Zanetti.
Okay then, watch what I say then. If you like champagne, swing my way then.
Tell us about the inspiration behind your new track and what it was like shooting that, because it's done very, very well. So,
basically this song, it mentions champagne in it, and it talks about swag and other stuff like that. So I think the culmination of putting like a luxury house party with champagne flutes and good-looking girls and boys all dancing around in that kind of environment kind of goes with the song.
yeah.
And especially because it was an underground kind of dance track or house track, deep house track, it's come out a bit more mainstream now. So it's really helped to get more mainstream characters in the video and try and get to a commercial level.
You also had Katie McDermott in the video from Love Island.
Yeah.
How do you know her?
Well, I know a boyfriend, and he was in the video as well, Scott. So I just asked him if he wanted to come down. All the people who are in it I know as friends, so I just said, it'd be cool if he came down. It'd be good for exposure for the track, and it'd be good just to kind of set the track into that generation of reality.
You've got very good-looking friends. I've seen the video.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah, they are
Very lucky.
They're all good looking, so the video looks good. So
Where did you film it? Because the location's beautiful. Like the house is just gorgeous.
it was in Surrey, in London, a really posh part of London. And the house was beautiful. The lady let us use the house to throw a big party in, and had an outdoor pool and everything. So yeah.
It's also come #1 on the house music playlist on Spotify.
Yeah,
How does that feel?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Did you celebrate?
I only found out yesterday.
Okay.
And like I'm a bit blown away, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected really. It's just doing so well, so I'm just really happy.
But so did your first single. That did really well. You got 3 million streams just on your first single.
Yeah, well, Darling did so well, and we were all absolutely buzzing and thinking, what's going on? It's doing amazing. But it didn't even do a fraction as well as what You Want Me's doing. So like of how You Want Me's doing, it's just like mental. So like we just got playlisted for You Want Me, and Darling never got playlisted.
Yeah.
And we thought that Darling was doing so well and didn't even get a playlist. So now it's gonna just go from. Hopefully it's just going to rock it.
Well, I love it. I listened to it all yesterday. It's very good.
Great.
So, if you could describe your music in 3 words, what 3 words would you use and why?
I'd probably say dirty, bouncy bassline.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dirty, bouncy bassline sounds like a band, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
what I mean.
It's a good name. And you also have your own TV show, Made in Leeds, and I'm very interested about that. So when do you do the filming, and how do you manage that with your club nights and your, releasing your new singles?
Well, the channel itself is called Made in Leeds. It's just a regional channel on Sky up in Yorkshire, and they asked me to do it. They asked me on the Sunday night. They said, we're going to send a cameraman to come live with you on the Monday the next day. Didn't have any preparation again. He just sent a cameraman to come live with me, and he just followed me around. But there's so much content in there.
So you just filmed it over one day, or?
No, he just followed me. He just came. He's a friend of mine as well, so I knew him, and he's done bits and bats with us before. So he just came all over. He came to lived at my house for a week. Followed me in my day-to-day routine. Came everything that I had to do. I had a restaurant before that I bought from my mum, so he came and filmed all that.
Yeah.
He filmed. He came to Belgium with us, and we were playing in Belgium. He came to Amalia, all different kind of places.
What was that like? Was it a bit intrusive sometimes, having someone always watching you, or was it
Yeah, it was, but it was fun as well. And like the way that he did it, he made it look good, so it wasn't like, it didn't look like uncomfortable or anything. It was just like having a mate live with you and just filming it, like when your friends are messing around.
Yeah,
but he managed to edit the footage to look like a programme.
You were living the Kardashian life.
You
were living the Kardashian life.
Only on a small scale at the minute, but I mean, the recent episodes that we've been filming, I've all got so much stuff in there, like really cool stuff. I mean, for this day and age's generation and the climate of like people who love music, I mean, especially with the reality stuff. I mean, a lot of the reality stuff, I mean, like Geordie Shore and Towing, it's a lot of drama and it's a lot of people just getting drunk and doing mad stuff on TV. Whereas what we're doing is quite an insight into house music and
what it's like.
And what it's like.
So how did you meet your partner, K.O. Kane? How did you start working with him?
He used to be a DJ when I was growing up, and I basically, he was a promoter as well, and he used to DJ at clubs because he's a bit older than me. And I remember messaging him once, and I was like, oh, love your music, can we do something together? And he kind of fobbed me off. And I thought, you know, because he didn't know, and I probably got loads of people messaging him all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
of course,
to do stuff with him.
popular.
And then I started, but I was kind of a fan of his. I was young as well, and he was doing a lot of good stuff because he was older than me. And then he was promoting, he used to run events, and I used to go to his events. And then I started running my own events. And my events were getting really big, we're doing really well in Leeds and around surrounding areas. And then I just said to him one day, I got to know him through that kind of business, and then we became friends, and I said, well, do you want to come on board with what I'm doing?
Yeah.
You know, we'll kind of do it together. So he did that. We started running events together. We were really successful. We won awards for having best night in Leeds, and we did massive.
Insomnia, right?
Yeah. We were proud of that. We won like the best award for best night, and it had only been around for 2 years, and there was some massive opposition at O2 Arena and a load of stuff, and we did really well. And we set up companies and just went from there. And then we started making music together because I've always made music, and I was doing my own thing when I met Kane, and Kane was DJing. So we started.
Just shows that perseverance works, doesn't it? If you want something that badly, you'll get it if you keep trying. And one last question, I just want to ask you, if you could give a piece of advice to someone who wants to make it in the music industry, what piece of advice would you give them?
I'd probably just say what you just said then, because that is kind of something that I live by. I mean, if you want something, you've got to work hard for it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of living proof that, some people, it does happen overnight, and I'm really happy for them as well, you know, but everybody deserves it if they're talented or they work hard, but sometimes it doesn't happen overnight, and you've got to just keep pushing towards, set yourself a goal and work towards it, and keep getting up. Every time you get knocked down, just keep going, getting through it, and you'll get there wherever you want to be.
Well, you're living proof it works, so
I like
thank
to think
you
so,
so much, Tom, for talking to me. You've been
Thank you
great.
very much.
Thank you.